Hey guys, welcome back. Hybrid Network, DC, Luke, you guys know the drill by this point, so let's just get right into the topic, Into the Spider-Verse. The upcoming animated film from Sony Animation Studios, starring the Ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Let's back up a little bit though, because that trailer is absolutely insane. Never would I have expected an animated film, much less one from Sony Animation, the creators of this.
Where am I? Candy Crush.
To create something as beautiful as this. Miles falling into the streets of neon, the animation as he jumps off this wall, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. I can't tell you guys how many times I've watched this thing just because I can't stop looking at the way it looks. And that's kind of the topic of discussion today, because as much as I'd love to ramble on and on about the quality of animation in this, just ask the other guys here on Hybrid and my own family, there's actually something pretty substantial that I want to bring up, because I don't see many people really discussing it. Is this movie gonna be another game changer for superhero films? Alright, let's get some stuff out of the way right now. Superhero films are not suffering. Well, not most of them anyway. Sorry, I couldn't resist. But like I said, superhero films are still in a relatively good place. They're raking in dollar signs left and right, no matter the quality of said film. It's only lately though, I feel like we've been getting actual films that can really innovate in the genre. And I'm standing by that. This is a genre, but it doesn't have to be. With the way a lot of the films have been positioning themselves, things can get pretty repetitive. And I think that mostly comes down to the dominance of a single studio that's pretty much cornered the market on these things. Other studios have started to experiment with this, some successful, some not so much. But the fact remains is that we're getting stuff outside of the main studio that's really challenging what a superhero film can be. And I think Into the Spider-Verse is the next one that can raise the bar even higher.
Wait, so how many of us are there?
Alright, little known fact, I'm a huge fan of animation. Even bigger fact, I'm an even bigger fan of good animation. And I feel like most of the time they don't get the credit they deserve as movies, or they don't get relegated as actual pieces of cinema. You know, just kid stuff. Which I think has still pervaded for the most part into where we are now, if only because I don't think a lot of the people take the time to consider the amount of effort and skill that goes into creating something that beautiful to look at, and would rather check out CGI behemoths. So what I mean by Into the Spider-Verse being the next step is that with the style of this trailer and the way this movie looks with its fantastic use of color and special style of movement that all kind of resembles the best aspect of the comic book page, I have to wonder if other studios will take a look at this and wonder if it's an avenue to consider for future characters. Or maybe if this is just another option to consider when creating a film. I'd be perfectly fine if Into the Spider-Verse inspired more talks of animated movies looking this unique and stylized, taking more ambitious leaps, and I'd especially be glad if other superhero properties look to Into the Spider-Verse as a form of inspiration for future endeavors, because the possibilities are literally endless. There's a few who I think would rebuke the idea, saying certain characters deserve live-action treatments over animated debuts, but I think there's something important to consider. There's no degree of validation on an actual film, whether it's animated or live-action. A good movie is a good movie, regardless of how it looks. And if future superhero films can look like this, then yeah, definitely sign me up. I'm ready to see what the landscape can look like after this. I'm ready to see how much innovation can be taken with technology and creative minds to make fantastic new visions of characters. So many heroes or comic book properties that would have the privilege to be animated in such a unique style, to have their character realized in ways that live action just can't reproduce, is something I'd be excited to see. Silver Surfer, Sandman, New Gods, there's really no limit to what we can see if animation starts to be considered as something to look to and try to follow in the future. The door is just getting opened wider and wider for more innovation past what we're getting. And I feel like Into the Spider-Verse is going to give it that extra nudge, possibly opening up several eyes as to what superhero films can do to escape the confines of what to expect. I'm going to pray Into the Spider-Verse does well. because I think it can be a whole new step for what the future holds for comic book films. But anyways guys, that's gonna wrap this up. Thank you all for watching, and let us know what you guys think down in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe for more videos just like this, and to stay up to date on all of our future videos as they come out. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter if you haven't already, and if you'd like to show your support, maybe consider donating to our Patreon page, where every dollar that you guys puts in goes towards helping us create higher quality content for you, the viewer. Thanks guys, and we'll see you all next time.